Hey gamers, welcome to New by Design. I'm just going to do a walkthrough here of the level 2 story mission, which is called Restoration, and it takes place in Old Russia on Earth. And it's going to be technically the second story mission that you do. It's the first one after you do the intro and head into the tower, and this is going to be the one that it prompts you to do directly after that. So you can see we're speeding through the loading scenes, and we're going to speed through a couple things that are unnecessary to watch. If you guys really enjoy those loading screens, let me know, and I will stop skipping them in the future. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on going to skip them through as I continue with this walkthrough series here. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to tap that sensitivity bar or sensor bar on your PS4 controller if you're playing with PS4. No idea what it is if you're playing on Xbox, but you'll probably figure it out because it should tell you on the side of your screen there. That's going to tell you to head to the ship which crashed, and you're going to clear the area of, I think there's 5 mobs here that you got to clear out, and it shouldn't be too difficult unless you're having sensitivity bar issues like I am right now, and still kind of working out the tinkering of what aim sensitivity works for me. So the next thing you're going to do, you're going to deploy your ghost on the ship, and again, I'm going to speed this up because it takes an unnecessary long amount of time for him to scan this ship, and it's just not fun to watch, so we're going to rip right through that. Okay, now that we're done scanning through that ship, it's going to kind of tell us where we have to go. Now that we know where we have to go, we're going to run over to there. So again, same thing. If you're playing with PlayStation, you just hit the sensor bar in the center of your controller. And again, I'm not sure what it is for Xbox One or PlayStation or Xbox 360. So what you're going to do first is what I chose to do anyways, is throw a bomb there and try to clear the area. And you can see I'm still having some problems with my sight and deciding the sensitivity that I want it set at, so it moves back and forth. And while I'm clearing this, like you can see, I just barely hit my controller and my gun slid way over to the left on me there. So we're going to try and adjust that as soon as we can clear out some enemies here, and once we do that, hopefully things will be a little bit better for us. So we're going to keep clearing out some guys here, and once we do, we're going to make a little bit of an adjustment here, because I just can't deal with how bad that control look sensitivity is right now. So we're going to, hopefully this is going to be better for us, and you guys, I would suggest do the same thing. You just try to, there's 10 different options that you can do for the sensitivity, and just kind of tinker with it until you find the one that fits you the best. So you're going to go down into this building, you're going to go down the stairs, and if you're not sure where to go, just bring your ghost out, and they'll kind of give you those little ghost icons to say go this way. So the next step to do is run right into here to this computer that shows a map of the entire area there. Which would be awesome if they had a map for us to look at all the time, but they don't. And I mean, I guess that's pretty cool too, because then you have to, it kind of forces you to explore everything you're doing. So now that our ghost has worked on that, we are going to head back up as soon as he finishes telling us that he is done scanning where we have to go next to find our warp drive. So now that he's done and knows where to find our warp drive, he's going to kind of guide us into the area to do that. We're going to go back up the stairs and kind of back out the way that we came in. So we're just going to go ahead and do that right now, and you can see there's still some sensitivity issues on the look sensitivity. And again, I encourage you guys, if you are having problems with the same thing, kind of tinker around with it until you sort it out for yourself so that it's a little bit easier. So next stage, well, we see this spine metal, so we're going to pick up that. Those are actually pretty good. You can, if you get 20 of those, you can trade those in for, well, for money, for Glimmer anyways, and if you don't trade them in for Glimmer, you can trade them for other things as well. But whichever vendor that you do trade it in, you get Glimmer, sorry, and you also get reputation with that vendor as well. So if you trade it in with Vanguard or whatever, you get Vanguard. If you trade it in with other ones, you get other stuff as well. So what's going to happen now is we just finally managed to find our first gold box. So there's 5 gold boxes on Earth. Once you find all 5 of those gold boxes, it actually unlocks for you a free speeder, which is, it's alright. There's nothing super special about it, but it's free, and free's awesome, and that's pretty cool. And plus, if you're like me, you kind of just want to get everything anyways. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with this mission here. There's not too much more left to it. We're actually just getting into this area. You're going to find that you get these respawning restricted messages that pop up every now and again in these missions, and all that happens there is basically you can't respawn with the enemy still alive. Oh, there is a bug later on in one of them, and it actually does let you respawn when you die, and it kind of continues where everything is. But the most of them are set up so that when you die and you respawn, you have to restart the mission. You have to restart killing everything kind of from the start. So we're going to kind of start picking off all these guys and clear out the area to spawn the boss from the first mission. This is exactly where the ship was when we came through that first mission. And this is going to be that boss that bangs through the wall and gives you the dirty boss look that he gives you, right? So we're going to try to clear this area, and when we do, we are going to start attacking that boss. And you can see right now one of my buddies on PlayStation, HB Stabber, just joined up with me in the party there. And that is a good thing, and I mean, I guess it could be a bad thing if you don't like it, but it's a good thing for me because I like playing with friends and people who add me. You subscribers, whoever wants to add me, I enjoy playing with you guys. So if you want to add me, you can just add gamertag Raoyao, which is spelled Raoyao, and I would be glad to play some Destiny with you. So you can see my buddy HB Stabber just joined up on the party, and he's kind of working his way towards me here. And in the meantime, I'm going to continue ripping through these enemies that spawned up, and then we're going to start targeting the boss. And once you start getting into that, it should be a little bit easier because our buddy's almost here, and fighting any of these missions with a fire team, or at least a couple people, fighting with a couple friends is definitely a lot easier. I don't think it actually changes the difficulty level of the bosses, it just makes it so that there's two people killing it instead, which is pretty awesome, and it definitely encourages you to play with all your buddies. So you can see we're just ripping through it here. Unfortunately, my buddy HB Stabber there has taken the brunt of the blows from the boss, but that's kind of good for me because it gives me an opportunity to start throwing some damage down on the boss. And fortunately, I'm taking most of the damage from the ads there. So we're going to keep on ripping through this boss, and as soon as we pick him off, then we're going to be pretty much done the mission. We'll just have to basically tidy up all the rest of the ads that came through there, and that should... that grenade there should pretty much end it for us. So we're going to keep on clearing out the remainder of the people here and then pick up our warp drive there. And that will be all there is to this mission. If you guys found this video useful or enjoyed it at all, please click the like button. It helps me a lot when you do, and thanks for watching.